Well, Jesus Christ. Okay. Hi. I was not expecting to make a video for a little bit. I have one I'm working on right now, but this goddamn show is so horrendous that I have to make a video about it. Hi, my name is James. I go by Unipulse on YouTube. I'm thinking of changing it, maybe not. I like Unipulse, but you know what? That doesn't matter right now. The Resident Evil Netflix show is fucking horrendous. It's atrocious. It's god-awful, nonsensical. It is just bad, and it does not care about its source material whatsoever. I didn't expect a video game adaptation to be this bad. I'm gonna put my hair up for this real quick. Hold on. Oh, God, just where to begin with this? Okay, so the camera angle's kind of bothering me. I'm a little too low. Yeah, I'm really bad at this. Why do I want to be a director again? I'm bad at what I do. The show takes place after the Raccoon City incident, in which a zombie virus escaped into Raccoon City, and the Umbrella Corporation, who was unable to contain it, decided to bomb the entire city. Just nuke it. Alright? And it follows Albert Wesker's two daughters, Jade and Billy. And I can't show any clips just because I'm afraid of being copyright struck, and I need this video to be out there for anyone that even thinks of trying to watch this. It's got a lot of music in it, so it's like, where it's just like a character doing mundane things, but then they have a song, like a pop song playing over it. In the first episode, they have 3 of them. The first song that they play is Oxytocin by Billie Eilish, and that's when they introduce the character of Billy and Jade. So I have nothing against a black actor playing a character, very obviously. My biggest problem with Lance Reddick playing Albert Wesker is Albert Wesker in the show is nothing like Albert Wesker in the games. My second problem is that he has 2 daughters, something that Wesker would never do. Wesker in the games only canonically has a sibling. We don't hear any mention of his parents, any other siblings outside of his sister, and he has no kids. My third problem is that, race swap. I'm gonna get into a really touchy subject. Oh shit. Okay. Okay, so I am not a fan of race swap in shows, whether it's a character that was originally black being white, or even if the character was white being changed to black. I don't like race swap at all. I think it's completely unnecessary and just done for, oh hey, they made this character black. But in this scenario, it's, why did you do this? I will say this, the look of Albert Wesker is probably the most iconic thing about him. Where's his shades? Where is his slick back hair? Where is his Chad jaw? Now, I have absolutely nothing against Lance Reddick. He probably gives the best performance in this entire show. But oh my god, this man cannot play Albert Wesker. In the show, Albert Wesker is a family man with morals. Now, they do have this like weird thing on the side where he like takes his children's blood and uses it to stabilize, I think it's the T virus in his system. But why make him care about anything other than the Umbrella Corporation or his own goals? In the games, Albert is he is just emotionless. He's a goddamn robot. The man is the Terminator. Oh my god. I have literally nothing against Lance Reddick playing Albert Wesker. My biggest problem is the fact that Albert Wesker was changed in the worst ways. He doesn't feel like Albert Wesker anymore. I would like to take back what I said about Lance Reddick's Albert Wesker, because in episode 7, Parasite, we get a twist. We got the plot twist that the Wesker that we saw for majority of the show was a clone of the original Wesker, which I love because that crap happens all the time in Resident Evil. This, despite what they did by casting Lance Reddick, which I do not mind Lance Reddick at all. I think he brings this Wesker perfectly, like straight out of the games. This is good. This is good casting. I think this is amazing. For the few moments that OG Wesker showed up, it was great. It was so fucking cool, man. They make this man a family man who cares about what's going on in the world, who cares about a second Raccoon City incident taking place, which there's a second Raccoon incident that takes place. Now, they act like that didn't happen. Now, I don't mean this in the shady corporation tries to cover up their misdeeds thing. I mean this in the way that, like, nobody remembers the goddamn Raccoon City incident. It pisses me off so much because in the show, they act like this is the first time anything like this has ever happened. They mention a lot the Tijuana incident, in which there was a doctor in a Tijuana umbrella facility that was exposed to a strain of the T virus. He went home. 3 days later, he became a rabid zombie and started attacking other people and even killing them. They act like this is the first time this has happened. The CEO of Umbrella, she name drops the Raccoon City incident. The Raccoon City incident is brought up multiple times, but they never, ever mention it in a way that matters. It's just in passing, like, oh, this Raccoon City incident happened. Okay. Like, the T-virus already exists. They say this is a derivative of the T-virus, but they're acting like this is the first time the T-virus has ever been exposed to anyone. And it pisses me off. Now, a zombie media that did the concept of what Resident Evil is trying to do a lot better was Dying Light 2. Dying Light 2 takes place 20 years after the Haran incident and 15 years after something called the Fall, in which all of civilization collapsed due to a second strain of the Haran virus getting out, spreading all over the world, and yada yada yada. You know how it is with zombie media. The show takes place in 2036, the same time as Dying Light 2, 14 years after an incident called the End, in which case a second strain of the T virus escaped and went worldwide, yada yada yada. I get that Resident Evil is not the place of originality. Oh my god, was it just bad to see this happen. I've seen it happen twice. Once was a lot better. Now my next issue. Billy and Jade Wesker. They should not exist. I said this before, Wesker is not the type of person that should have kids or was even thought of having kids. So when you introduce the concept of Billy and Jade Wesker, Wesker's twin daughters, who came from a surrogate mother, who get their blood not like actually tested, he just injects the blood into them. There's this scene in, I think it's the first episode, Billy is bitten on her shoulder, right? They do have a Cerberus. Anyways, Billy gets bitten on her shoulder by a Cerberus, and that's when her infection starts. Probably should have explained why they were in the lab in the first place. So Billy is a vegan, in, like, I forget what scene it was. I think it was literally the beginning. It's explained that she broke frogs out of an eco lab and was almost expelled from school for it. She does the same thing again, except with rabbits, and then she accidentally stumbles upon a Cerberus. Now, the Cerberus in the show is actually pretty well made. It looks good. It acts like a Cerberus. My only issue with it is that it's slower than two teenage girls, which if you've ever played the games, you know that that thing can easily outrun you. Billy gets attacked by the Cerberus on her shoulder, and Albert Wesker finds them in the Umbrella Lab. Billy's about to die. He sends Jade and Billy home, and he's on the ground looking at the pool of Billy's blood. He takes it in his hands, just... I'm not joking, he does that! It's fucking weird. I don't know why Albert Wesker has some sort of weird blood play fetish with his daughters in the show. It's fucking awkward as hell. It's just not good. The whole premise of the show is just not good. I have to say, easily my favorite part of the show is the main antagonist in the future sections, Baxter. Now, Baxter has this moment in episode 4, and they're escaping from some cultists who are feeding people to zombies, and they have something called the Mother Zero. It's not really that important in the show. So in the show, Baxter has this amazing gun fu moment where he just goes full Leon Scott Kennedy. He just goes fucking like ham on all of them, on dudes, on zombies, on zombie dudes, on zombie ladies. It's fucking insane. And he even makes a master of unlocking joke when they're stuck in a cell. He unbuckles his belt and he's just like, just call me the master of unlocking. And then he pulls out a fucking like knife out of his goddamn belt, and I love it so much. Baxter is easily my favorite character in the show. The best. Love for Baxter. Baxter is probably the only good thing about this show. Mommy. Anyways, back to how bad this show is. Now, the show is just really incompetent. It's got good camera work. It's got some decent actors. Like I said, Lance Reddick does a pretty good job at playing Albert Wesker, despite Wesker not being what he is in the games. But at the same time, I don't think that's Lance Reddick's fault. I think it's the script writers. I don't know how a show this bad gets past the screenwriting phase, because they literally, like, I forgot to mention this. This is the most egregious part of the entire show. Our main character, Jade, is settling into New Raccoon City for the first time. And it's in South Africa, by the way. And she goes over to Billy and says, have you only seen there's like 5 black people here? Like, Africa is not entirely black people. South Africa is actually more predominantly white than the rest of Africa. Are you fucking stupid? And another thing is, I think it was directly before that, actually. I can't even remember. This show is just bad. Whatever. There's this moment where Jade is settling into her new home, or whatever, and she's just like, I don't know too much. All I do is read Zootopia porn. If you're trying to write a modern-day teenager, don't make them outright say that they read furry hentai. We do not need to know that as an audience. That's not important to her character. Oh, and Jade in the past is extremely fucking annoying. She tries to do this whole, like, I don't know, Billy calls it the bitch act. I don't even think it's an act. I just think the writers are incompetent. They tried writing a modern day teenager, but they're 40-year-old geriatric Netflix executives that don't know what the hell a teenager is. So they try to write a, like, caricature of a teenager, and it's really bad because they try to write her as some badass who's like really flirty and also relatable on the internet, but she's just not. She's a bad written character. Jade is also our protagonist in the 14 years later segments, and in the future she is a biologist that is researching zombie behavior and trying to notice any differences, which there aren't. They're fucking zombies. So she gets pissed, right? My biggest issue is, if you're trying to show how much this character has changed over the past 14 years, you did a bad job of showing it. You showed no character development in her. This character, between when we saw her 14 years before and 14 years after, you did not earn that character development. You just made a time skip and showed none of the development. If you want to write a good character, don't have all of their character development be stuck in a time skip we don't even see. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, for the arachnophobics out there, there's this moment where they're running through a bunch of service tunnels from a giant spider. And I actually liked that because not only was it genuinely scary because it looked like an actual spider, it's actually a callback to Resident Evil 1. That giant spider in the mansion. Fuck no. Not a fan of spiders. Ooh, mommy. Sorry, this is getting really distracting. I'm just gonna change it to something a little bit less sexy. Fuck, that's even sexier. Hold on, let me actually... I'm watching this as I send a bunch of dumb shit to my friends on Discord. So, I'm just gonna look through these as, like, my notes. Hold on. Such nuanced dialogue such as, I'm an asshole, okay? Oh, one thing I actually appreciated about the show, they recorded some scenes in Tijuana, and I actually recognized a couple of those places, because, Not only was I born in Tijuana, but I also visited a couple times visiting family. Okay, yeah, so one thing I really have a gripe with is the fact that these two teenage girls, they're the reason the world got fucked over by the T-virus again? These two girls! They're the reason the world got fucked up! Oh yeah, Jade really has this Kyle Crane moment where she's running from a bunch of umbrella guys and she jumps off of a building onto a like a metal shack, sort of. Her legs should have fucking disintegrated from the way that she fell. Her legs should have been fucking mincemeat after that fall. But no. No, she's just fine. She didn't even do a roll or anything. Like, all of the impact just went straight into her feet. And you're telling me that she survived that fall? At least with not even a broken leg? Yeah, name dropping COVID. Yeah, so when Billy gets bitten, she's like, do I have to quarantine? And then Albert Wesker is like, no, it's not like COVID. This was written in 2020. I get it was topical at the time, but nobody's even heard anything new about COVID in fucking however long. God, those fucking suck. Sorry, I'm like stuttering on my words. This show just infuriates me so bad. As a Resident Evil fan, I honestly feel insulted. Oh yeah, one of my friends was complaining about Resident Evil Welcome to Raccoon City being more of a horror show, or a horror movie, when the games are survival horror. Yeah, the Mila Jovovich movies, they're more action movies than horror, and that's why they're kind of bad. Oh yeah, one thing I really liked is that during the infection for the T-virus in the show, it makes the host extremely strong for a little bit. And I think that's fucking hilarious. They're kind of buying into the cheesy parts of Resident Evil a bit, but the show takes itself way too seriously. Oh yeah, the CGI is atrocious. It's bad. It's just... so there's this sequence where Umbrella is fighting a bunch of lickers in a tunnel, and the CGI is just abominable. It is just bad. Like, there's also the scene where there's this giant worm that comes up and attacks Jade. And yeah, that also looks bad. The spider CGI I think is fine, mostly because you don't see most of its body on screen at one time, and it's also in like almost pitch black darkness. So I think that's fine. But the liquor CGI is mostly in the dark with a couple flashes of light. And hold on, let me just show you what it looks like. Now, the only thing that I can give the CGI department is that at least they sort of look like what they look like in the games. Just a little bit. And they like barely resemble a liquor. Not great. Could have been a lot better. At least it's not the Halo show. Halo show is probably better than this. Fuck that. So I'm not even finished with the series right now, and I just felt the strong urge to make this video because if you are a Resident Evil fan, you will not like this show. If you just want some dumb fun to watch for a little bit, yeah, go ahead, watch it. It's dumb in the past sections, but in the future it's actually kind of entertaining just because of how dumb it gets, like the giant spider and shit. If you're a fan of Resident Evil, you will not like this show. You're gonna be slapped in the face by literally every writer's dick. Like, it's one big bukkake. You're sitting right in the middle, and all of the Netflix executives are over top you, just jerking off, jerking, and when they nut, they're just nutting out the terrible lines that they've written, and it is bad. I can't believe I just said that. What the fuck? Fucking piece of shit. What else can I say about this dog shit show? They don't have tyrants. They don't have Nemesis, Mr. X. Granted, those are all like G-virus shit, so I can give that a pass. Also, one thing I will say about that is the fact that they didn't add them in probably shows just how seriously they're taking themselves. Like, Mr. X is just a big dude. right? Big dude walking around in a trench coat with a fedora on. And the fact that they didn't add that just proves how seriously they're taking themselves. Like, quit it with the dumb shit. Stop acting like you're superior to every other Resident Evil media. You're not. Oh yeah, there's this kid that's really good at hacking, and he uses his hacks to watch anime. I'm gonna order food real quick. Get some JJ's delivery. Ooh, the Thai chicken wrap and Caesar chicken wrap. I think I'm just gonna get. Oh wait, they don't have. Fuck. No, they don't have it. They don't have my usual. Fuck. Straight up bread. They don't have mellow yellow here. Fuck you guys. Let's try it. I'm gonna try a chicken Caesar wrap. $8, $9, and the shit better be fucking good. Ooh, Honey's got some coupons. Honey, please sponsor me. I realize I have no followers, and you will get absolutely no revenue from this, but Honey, please sponsor me. Damn it. Never mind. Fuck you guys. I got my JJ's delivery on the way. Let's go. What were we talking about again? Resident Evil, the show. That's right. This show sucks ass and dick and nuts. I genuinely don't think there's anything else I can say about the show other than it's bad. I'm not even done with it. I might post a little bit of an update when I'm finished with it. But right now, it's just... This show isn't even mid. It's just... bad. It's just one massive L of a show, dude. I might post more videos just making fun of like movies and crap and TV shows, whatever. If you like this video, go ahead and subscribe. I do have more content on the way. I'm working on it. I realize my upload dates have not said anything about that, but just believe me on this. But yeah, thanks for watching. Every like, every view, it's greatly appreciated. Have a good day. Fuck you guys. Fuck you.
It has been nearly 8 hours, 9 actually, since I started watching the Netflix Resident Evil show, and after multiple blunts and maybe a shot of rum, I can't remember anymore, I decided I cannot finish this show. This show is just so bad. It is such a dick slap in the face to any Resident Evil fan that I cannot watch it anymore. And I've decided it is best for my mental health. Okay, so it's 2:06 at the moment. Everyone in my house is asleep. And I'm still here editing this goddamn video. And this is everything. I haven't really done much, just cut up a couple clips, put some images over it, but that whole process has taken me all day, and now is when I'm very happy that I decided not to make a career out of YouTubing and only made it a hobby. Sorry, I just wanted to record this. Crap, let me just pause it. Anyways, this isn't going to be my only video for a while. I do have other videos planned, other videos that are actually in production right now. I just want to say a quick thank you to you if you made it to the end. It's just been a lot of rambling. And yeah, I hope you have a great day. Better than mine, at least at 2:14 in the morning.